today's topic is about using realia, teaching English online. So probably the most simple and basic question we can ask is, what are realia? Or I think some people call them authentic materials.
Yeah, that's a great question. When I'm training new teachers, I tell them we need to have realia in every class, and they say, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this. And I tell them, realia is all around you, right? It's probably just things already laying around in your house. So it could be physical things you have, like here's my bowl, here's my shoes, or it could be the podcasts you listen to, the shows you watch, or the news articles that you read in the morning.
Okay. Caroline, do you have anything else?
Right, and Sharon, those are great examples of digital and more side in-person teaching, same type of things. If you're in an actual classroom, you're more limited because, of course, I'm not at home. I can't just pull something out of my refrigerator. But in the classroom, like such as brochures, maps, whatever you can kind of take and hold on to. That's what I think of reality.
Yeah, those are great definitions, and I really, it's anything that you would use as in the native language context. So in this way, any native English-speaking country, and there are many, what they would use as their materials, so that you're introducing something that the students have to interact with that's maybe not designed specifically for language learners, which those kind of materials have their place as well. But today, just talking about ones that are not meant for English language learners, just things that native speakers might use. So you both kind of mentioned this already, but what is the difference between digital and traditional realia, and what are some of the benefits of both when you're teaching online?
For me, when I think of traditional realia, it's more physical, it's real, and I've taught most of my experience in classroom, person to person. So I try to not use technology in the classroom because it's too distracting, which is hilarious now that we're all teaching online. But it's still distracting online too. But it's more, I like to use like the maps and the physical things. And even we're in a very structured environment, the realia makes it more real for students inside this classroom or structured environment.
No, I agree. And digital realia, really, it's just like the digital version of anything that you have, which can sometimes make it so much more convenient. So especially when you're teaching online, if I'm trying to show people like, here's how you read a bill, and everyone's just like squinting and trying to see it, if I can digitize that and bring it in, then everybody can see it so much easier. And it's just clearer for everybody to read it. Right. And then we can use that more effectively in the classroom. That's something I have to think about a lot when teaching online. Like, can they even see my realia? And so that's a really great reason to use digitized versions of things. And then it's really just easier to adapt digitized things as well. If I want to show people how to get around on a map, and we're going to use that navigation vocabulary word, maps can have a lot of information. So it can like be this really big cognitive load. So in a digital version, I can just crop out the information I don't need. Sometimes I'll edit street names so there are things we can actually pronounce. So it's just really a lot easier to like manipulate the digital version of things and adapt it for the purposes of your classroom.